Assalamu alaikum. This podcast has been brought to you by Seekers Guidance, the global Islamic seminary. Help us spread the light of prophetic guidance to millions around the world by becoming a monthly supporter. Make a small donation at seekersguidance.org/donate. As little as $10 a month can help people find life-changing guidance.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
How do we view science in light of the Qur'an? And the specific example that the questioner was asking about is Surah Al-Anbiya, verse 30. Do we understand the Big Bang from Allah, from Allah's words? In here, Pickthall's translation: have not those who disbelieve known that the heavens and the earth were of one piece, then we parted them.
So it's a major topic, right? Because there is excess in it and remissness. Excess when it comes to the Qur'an and science is to try to make the Qur'an fit whatever scientific theories are in vogue at any particular time, right? That's excessiveness. Remissness is not to see what is clearly being indicated and being affirmed and indicated by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Qur'an. But we have to keep in mind that what is the purpose of the Qur'an? The purpose of the Qur'an is guidance. Hudan lil muttaqeen. Number one. Number two, the Qur'an views created phenomena not insofar as the interests of science. The Qur'an is not a book of science, it's a book of signs. And there's an important distinction. So the sign, it is sought spiritually for its signification, for what it points to. هذا خلق الله. This is the creating of Allah. Science focuses on the sign as a phenomenon. Right? So you see a sign and say, oh wow, this is an amazing sign, look. And you describe the sign, you analyze the sign, you catalog the sign. But you don't look at it insofar as its signification. That creation points to its creator. Right? That is what is the purpose of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala telling us about the heavens and the earth and the night and the day and the stars and the oceans and the lands and the winds and the birds in the sky and all these phenomena and the rain and vegetation. All of these, the purpose in them is to see them as signs. And those who are interested, one of the best Muslim scholars who's grounded our view of reality, who's written in the English language, is Sayyid Naqib al-Attas. In his brilliant works, I'd recommend beginning with his work Islam and Secularism, which begins with the opening chapter on the concept of religion in Islam. Now, what do we mean when we say Islam? What do we mean when we say deen or quote unquote religion? And it touches upon many investigations related to Islam and science, of Qur'an, and as a book of signs and science, but also to appreciate that the truths of science are small t truths. Right? They are at best normative realities based on observation, based on the scientific method. But the scientific method is not rationally decisive, right? And that we as people of faith, and we are of a civilization of reason. Right? We're inheritors of a great intellectual tradition, right? Islam addressed not just hearts to know their Lord, but also addressed intellects. And brought clarity to how the human being views the reality around them. So, Sayyidina Qibla Attas has another larger and perhaps a little more challenging book called A Prolegomena to the Metaphysics of Islam. In the old days, someone would have written an abridgment of it, and they'd simplify both the title and the chapters of the book. But that's a that's a good, a more accessible introduction to the same subject on how we view reality is Dr. Mustafa Badawi's brilliant work. Mustafa, he writes it Mostafa, Badawi, Badawi, called Man and the Universe. Man and the Universe. That who are you and what is this world that you're in? And how are you here? How did the universe come about? And what's the relationship between, between God, the human being, this universe? What is religion thereby? What is faith? It's a brilliant and very accessible book.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
Thank you for listening. This podcast was brought to you by Seekers Guidance, the Global Islamic Seminary. Visit SeekersGuidance.org to access reliable Islamic knowledge taught by qualified teachers. We offer a wide range of courses, podcasts, articles, and a world-class answer service. Support us in spreading free, reliable Islamic knowledge to millions around the world by becoming a monthly supporter. Visit SeekersGuidance.org/donate and make a small monthly commitment today. Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "Whoever guides someone to goodness will have a similar reward." So don't forget to share this podcast and spread prophetic guidance.